Hello, Buffaloes. How's everybody doing? The weather has been wonderful. I hope you've all been out taking advantage of that and enjoying that and spending some time outside. So today is Terrific Tuesday. Yay! So this is the third week of our daily posts, our daily theme posts. And Mrs. Piper has posted 2 times for 2 habits for the highly effective teens. There's actually 7 of them. The first one was to be proactive, and this week's habit was to set goals. And that all kind of goes together with what I did last Monday in showing you how to use a habit tracker. So you're going to set your goals, you're going to track your habits and create those new habits to lead you to success. Then last Tuesday, I told you guys about the dinner activity that you can do with your family. Do you remember that? The high, low, grow, or the sweet, sour, and service. And then Wednesday, we had a post about how to stay emotionally well during this time. Thursday, we had a really beautiful video about being grateful and gratitude and being thankful. And then Friday, I had a funny little video about how to avoid being embarrassed by your parents when you're on a Zoom meeting or Zoom class, or you're doing a virtual meeting that way. So that was kind of funny. So you'll want to check those out. This week, there's actually 4 major events going on with different platforms. So one of them is called the Virtual Kansas Youth Community Change Conference. And so that is free, and that's all online, and that is on our Facebook page here. If you're watching, you already know where that is. So there are going to be events throughout the week that you can sign up for and just hop on those virtual events. So that's to change your community to be a better place. The other event is called Every Kid Healthy Week, and it's from the Action for Healthy Kids. And each day they have a different theme and a different live, and today is Tasty Tuesday. So I'm going to check that out. It's also National Student Leadership Week. And so NHS, National Honor Society, and Stuco are both participating in that. And we will have daily posts on our National Honor Society pages. Then I just saw one last night that I'm going to add to our Facebook page. I haven't added that yet. And it's called Kick Cabin Fever to the Curb. And that is with the American Heart Association. And it's a 10-day challenge to get moving and be active. So I thought I'd mention all those things so that you can take part in all of those events. So what I want to talk about today for Terrific Tuesday is positive self-talk. So that would also be like positive affirmations. So what is self-talk? Self-talk is that inner dialogue that you're saying to yourself. A lot of times you're going to be saying it without even knowing it. It's going to be unconscious, but sometimes you're consciously, saying things to yourself. And so those things that we're saying, they influence our feelings about things. So, we could be even about the weather. Like we could just be saying to ourselves, well, it's really breezy. I don't think I want to work out today. I don't like being out in the wind, blah, blah, blah. And then that determines our behavior and our actions if we're going to go work out or not. And so everything that we choose to do or our behavior is determined by the way that we're thinking about things, which is influenced by what we're saying in our heads about these things. And so you might have some talk about yourself from your past, negative things. So that's called negative self-talk. And so you might say things to yourself like, oh, I'm so ugly, I just can't even stand to look at myself, or I'm just I'm not smart. I'm not good at math. I'm never going to get math. I'm always going to be bad at math. Those things you are saying about yourself. And if you continue to say those things to yourself, you're going to believe them, and that will affect your actions about those things as well. And so it's important to do, some work about that. So there's different things that you can do to retrain your brain or retrain your self-talk or your inner dialogue. So one thing, you do have to identify it. It's not going to change if you don't even know that you're saying it to yourself and you just keep doing it over and over. So first of all, you need to identify it. Another thing that helps to do after that would be to write it down. So what are all the negative things that you are saying about yourself? And so you can just write it down on a piece of paper. So then try to identify when you're saying that, okay? So when is it that you're saying these things about yourself or about a certain, even a different person, or the situation that we're in? Like, this just stinks. This is never going to end. I just can't stand it. I just don't know if I can handle anymore. And you just keep saying those negative things, then that is going to determine your actions. So when you hear yourself saying these things, you just need to stop. You can actually say it out loud. Just stop saying these things. Okay? So then on your paper, if you actually wrote down the negative things, you could say the opposite of it on the paper. So how can you turn that negative thing into a positive thought? So instead of saying this whole situation stinks, it may stink, okay, but you can't keep focusing on the negative, and that's going to be all you think about. You could say there are some benefits to this situation. I can get through this. This isn't going to last forever. So go flip it on the other side and make it into a positive thought. And so the next thing you can do is ban those negative words from your inner dialogue. And that is something, that we're even working on with our foster daughter. That's just like habit for her to say, I can't. When she sees something, she's just going to say, I can't do it. And instead, you're not going to say that. You're not going to use those words. You're not going to use the word hate, about yourself or about someone else. You're not going to use it, the word can't, or it's too hard, or those kind of things. So that's one way that you can start to train your mind to not use that negative self-talk. Another way that you can help yourself to think more positively is by posting positive affirmations, where you're going to see them. So you can put them on sticky notes. I usually use just note cards. And then you can read through them, or you can put them on your mirror, on your door, wherever you're going to see them. You could have a list of them in your phone or on your iPad, and each night and each morning read through those positive affirmations about yourself, and you will start believing those positive things about yourself. And then once you get a more positive outlook about just everything, then when a hard time comes, like what we're in now, those positive thoughts are going to help you through hard times. This is actually, a scientific research has been done on this. Athletes use it. It's called visualization. And so they're going to actually visualize themselves like making the basket. They're going to see themselves, hitting the ball and making the play and running, the fastest, or whatever their sport is. They're going to visualize themselves doing that. And so it builds confidence. It actually improves their performance. And so they're just retraining their brain to think positively about it. And so, a lot of people, I don't know if you've heard it, but they say, what you focus on, you will become, or what you focus on is what you will do. And so try to focus on the positive. So try to come up with different affirmations that you could post around your house or your room. If you could even make them about different people in your family, but they would need to read them, you know, to themselves. And it actually helps if you say it out loud, because you will actually hear it. And you can just Google, you know, positive affirmations. If you can't think of any, if you're having a hard time thinking of things like that, you can just Google that and it will give you some ideas of where to start. And you can just start with a couple, you know, and they do need to be meaningful to yourself. You know, like if I feel like I can't get through this, then I look at this one. I am strong. I can get through this. I'm gonna make it through this. Or if I think I'm doing a terrible job at this, I am doing a good job. Okay, so I hope you guys take, you know, my advice and write some positive affirmations for yourself and talk about this with your parents or your friends, and check back with us on Facebook here and Twitter. Tomorrow will be Wellness Wednesday, and Thursday will be Thankful Thursday, and Friday will be Figured Out Friday. And then jump on some of those other good events that are going on this week. So I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you later.